This morning, we continue to dig into the dramatic growth of St. Johns County and its impact on the people who live there. Later this morning, the Board of County Commissioners will meet to discuss how to manage so many people moving to St. Johns County and how to make sure existing infrastructure, roads, bridges can handle all that growth. For perspective, the most recent census reveals in the last 10 years, the county has grown by 44%. Wow, making it one of the fastest growing in the country and the second fastest growing here in Florida. The chairman of the St. Johns County Board of County Commissioners, Henry Dean, is joining us now live via Zoom. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So what are the specific areas that have seen the fastest growth?
The areas basically have all occurred in the northern half of our county, primarily the northwest. A lot of people refer to that as the Julian Creek Plantation area. That was the first large development, and other developments have sprung up. And then, of course, we have the greater Ponte Vedra Nocatee area. If you look at the most recent redistricting map, you'll see that both those districts shrunk geographically because of the huge increase in population, whereas the southern districts expanded geographically because of the relatively slower growth.
Yeah, so what are your infrastructure concerns at this point?
I have a bit of a laundry list of infrastructure concerns. You mentioned roads and bridges. We do have right now a backlog of roads, both at the county level, and we are also looking at additional state roads being expanded, working with DOT. We also, probably one of our backlog items we're going to have to deal with is public safety. And that includes both law enforcement, which we're looking at whole new facilities that are needed for our sheriff's office and all of their operations. And we're also looking at fire and rescue. We need several additional fire stations. We also are looking at several new regional parks to serve our growing population, and at least one, if not two, additional branch libraries. All those items are what we call capital projects. They don't involve adding any more employees that we currently have to serve our citizens. There may be some additional employees related to filling those capital project items like a new fire station or library, but basically we need quite a bit of revenue to fill those needs.
Yeah, I'm hearing dollar signs with each part of that list that you're listing off. Is there enough money for this growth that you've already seen and to accommodate for the growth that you'll likely continue to see?
Well, this is just my personal opinion, not speaking for other commissioners, but given the level of impact fee revenue we currently receive from new development, I'm reasonably comfortable with the revenue in the future being able to meet the new development. The new development, henceforth going forward today, with payment of impact fees and meeting our concurrency requirements, what bothers me, what concerns me, where I lose sleep at night is where I'm concerned that we have such a backlog which is built up over the last 20 years or so that we have to do something about that. And we're probably looking at some form of new revenue at this point in order to meet that backlog. Otherwise, the quality of life that we've enjoyed over the years is going to suffer due to the tremendous growth and the backlog in capital projects.
So are you anticipating there needs to be some kind of a tax or a millage increase as a result?
Personally, I do not support an ad valorem tax increase on residential homes. We personally, again, this is just my position. I think that we as a commission, if we approve by majority vote, we can put on on the ballot a referendum where the voters could vote up or down, yes or no, on an increase in the sales tax. If we did that, we would have the same sales tax as Duval and Clay County, which is currently at 7.5%. We're currently at 6.5%. That's an option that I have thought about. We have not discussed that at the commission, nor have I talked about that publicly. So I guess I'm announcing it for the first time that that's a revenue source I think we have to consider and take action And time will tell, A, whether the commission approves going forward, and B, whether the voters who want to maintain quality of life in this county will make a decision to approve that referendum. If not, I'm not exactly sure what will be our next option.
And then, Commissioner, is this something that you're going to bring up today during the meeting, the workshop?
I haven't. This is a workshop, not a commission meeting where we take action. So I may mention it as something to sort of start, thinking about, but we won't be taking any action today on any item, including this potential referendum.
Chairman Dean, thank you so much. We will continue to follow this, given what you just revealed to our viewers, and many of whom live in St. Johns County here on our morning show. I appreciate your time.
Yes, ma'am. Good to be with you.